Peace, my peaceful people. So, it is Sunday morning, right? Right now, I will probably be finishing up my morning readings and, reading from the book and the other things that I usually do on Sunday mornings. But when I woke up this morning, I had this thought that, like Sebek was on me. So, I just had this thought I need to write. There's some writing that I need to do to, some stuff that I need to finish. And now that it's, Sebek cycle, I was obviously feeling a Mercury streak. I said, let me use this time to do that. So now, here's the thing. I had just got out of a dream. I don't know if it was just some early part in the night. Some course in the night, I had a dream. I had a very interesting dream where my brother, I'm going to say his name just in case, something weird goes down. You see something weird. I had a dream that my brother Jason tried to kill me, or he sent some young boys to try and off me. I could go into details or whatever, but, that's not the point of this, right? So I had that dream. But, I don't feel no threat. I don't feel, I'm not scared or anything like that. So I woke up very peacefully, with these, ideas, certain things, on the Sebek level. So I said, man, and I know, when I'm doing videos, I'm usually tired up with videos till sometime in the afternoon and then sleepy after that. So I said, nah, I'm going to use this brain power right now to do something for me right now, and so I'm sitting here writing, and something told me to turn around to my little rock pile over here, where I got some couple interesting books in there. So I grabbed the Bhagavad Gita, and this is actually a collection that I inherited from someone else, right? But I grabbed the Bhagavad Gita and turned to this page. I basically just picked up the book. It was like, I'm going to do this like an oracle. So, I picked up the book and turned to page 431, where it says text 15, right? And I read it, right? So I read it, and I was like, yeah, okay, I can see that. It's, very general, but I could, it's kind of general, but it's, I can see how certain things resonate. And then a few minutes later, I did it again. First was page 431. That's Tehuti's number. Page text 15. That's Heru's number. It's Sunday. Okay. I did it again with further pages, and I went to 629. That's also Tehuti's number. And the text is also text 15. I guess it's a different surah, but it's text 15. So it's page Tehuti, text 15 Heru, text 15 Heru. So I said, yo, all right, this is worthy of putting on the camera, all right? Because that's too much of an omen, right? See, that's how stuff happens, right? When God be talking, that's how he talk. So let me read this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And see if anybody else can feel any resonance in this stuff, right? So this first one, right? It looks like chapter 8:15, right? 8 verse or text 15. Bhagavad Gita goes page 431 in this particular translation of it that I have. Okay, text 15. So it says, translation. After attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world, which is full of miseries, because they have attained the highest perfection. And then it says purport, right? And it goes into kind of explaining that verse, right? It says, since this temporary material world is full of miseries of birth, old age, disease, and death, naturally, he who achieves the highest perfection and attains the supreme planet, Krishnaloka, Goloka, Vardhanavana, does not wish to return. The supreme planet is described in Vedic literature as Avakta, and Aksura and Paramagati. In other words, the planet is beyond our material vision. That planet is beyond our material vision and is inexplicable, but it is the highest goal, the destination of all Mahatmas, or great souls. The Mahatmas receive transcendental messages from the realized devotees and thus gradually develop devotional service in Krishna consciousness. Christ consciousness, right? That's where they got Christ consciousness from. And become so absorbed in transcendental service that they no longer have the desire, they no longer desire elevation to any of the material planets, nor do they even want to be transferred to any spiritual planet. They only want Krishna and Krishna's association, and nothing else. That is the highest perfection of life. This verse specifically mentions the personalist devotees of Supreme Lord Krishna. The devotees of Krishna consciousness achieve the highest perfection of life. In other words, they are the supreme souls. Okay, so this is speaking about the devotees of Christ consciousness, or a self-realization, right? When one is devoted to developing himself to the highest ideal, which is God, right? The highest aspect within him, right? So, again, like, I'm still holding this page because I just find it very uncanny that this is page 431, and I did it again, and it's page 629. Text 15, right? They're both text 15. Okay, so this is saying something. So let me read. 629, text 15. This looks like 12th book, 15th verse, or 15th text. And it goes, He for whom no one is put into difficulty and is not disturbed by anyone, who is equiposed in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety, is very dear to me. Purport. A few of the devotees' qualifications are further being described. No one is put into difficulty, anxiety, fearfulness, or dissatisfaction by such a devotee. Since a devotee is kind to everyone, he does not act in such a way as to put others into anxiety. At the same time, if others try to put a devotee into anxiety, he is not disturbed. It is by the grace of the Lord that he is so practiced that he is not disturbed by any outward disturbances. That's the decree of austere. Unconquerable peace, right? Nothing can conquer my peace. Actually, because a devotee is always engrossed in Krishna consciousness and engaged in devotional service, such material circumstances cannot move him. Generally, a materialistic person becomes very unhappy when there is something for his sense gratification in his body, but when he sees others have something for their sense gratification and he hasn't, he is sorry and envious. Talking about a person without, consciousness, right? When he is expecting some retaliation from an enemy, he is in a state of fear. And when he cannot successfully execute something, he becomes dejected. A devotee who is always transcendental to all these disturbances is very dear to Krishna, or very dear to Osir, right? Krishna and Osir being the same being. I thought this deep. I thought that was deep, especially coming after that dream. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, yeah, that's. I didn't want to post today. You know what I'm saying? I really thought I wasn't going to post because I'm wrapped up into what I'm doing and making progress. But yeah, I had to share that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, if anything goes down, now y'all know where to look. but, but yeah, man, I need y'all to be at peace and, spread love, how we do. All right. So, all right, y'all. I'm definitely going to see y'all next week. We're going to, get involved how we do. All right. So peace and love.